the contentious one.
Item 45, supplementary 1 item 9.
45 की पहले इसी में कॉल किया हुआ है ना?
Yes,
Sign
45. All four.
Last one is that.
But may I pass on the High Court's order? Item 9 that order is all funds.
The others.
Is the annexure 8 and item 9 here.
We are going to sit till 2 p.m.
Yes, show us the High Court order.
Whatever.
This order went was still expecting.
Item supplementary item 1.
Doesn't matter नहीं ये फाइल है ना 45 से इसी में अगर लूज है तो दे दीजिए. चलिए. Yes.
Let's come from the Staff Selection Commission. Responsible officer कौन है? कौन है भैया? कौन है SSC से? आगे क्या नाम है आपका? सतीश?
CJ.
You are the controller examinations?
Yes, sir.
तो बताइए ये क्या प्रोसेस है? ये खिलवाड़ हो रहा है क्या?
Let me address my lord. The issue is not no press integra, my lord. The issue has already been decided. The same bunch of matters came up before this honorable tribunal, court number 2 in Supreme Court versus Union of India. The issue is verdicted in favor of the respondent, my lord. This is not the first time when this issue came up before the honorable court. And on the allegations which are yet to be proved, this department cannot be held, my lord, guilty.
हम ये पूछना चाह रहे हैं कि जब आपके रिजल्ट के बाद आप आंसर की सकते हैं.
My lord, let me address. I will satisfy the my lord each and every aspect of the case. If and want to open the argument, they may continue. Thereafter, I am here, my lord, proceed, my lord, and whatever query of the honorable court and whatever the grounds will be raised by the applicants, my lord.
Kindly have para 6.
of this High Court order. इनको दे दिया आपने? कॉपी दीजिए ना मिस्टर नरेंद्र सिंह को, मेन आर्ग्यूमेंट काउंसिल. इनको दीजिए आप कॉपी. दीजिए इनको कॉपी दीजिए. आर्ग्यूमेंट काउंसिल को दीजिए.
अबे नहीं जो 304 वाले हैं यार. एक बान है तो 4246 वाली.
Which para are you reading?
The petitioner have applied to court pursuant to adjustment dated 26/6/2024 for combined graduate level examination 2024. The examination was to be conducted in 2 days. The tentative answer key for the computer-based examination was to be uploaded on the website for inviting objection, representation, and on considering the representation. The final answer key was to be settled. Here's the catch. It is the case of the petitioner that though a tentative answer key was published by the respondent on 21st of January 2025, however, the final key was published only post the declaration of the result on 18th March. The respondent in the final answer he stated that they have found anomalies in 9 questions in the tentative answer key for the examination conducted on 18th of January. 10 questions for the examination conducted on 20th January 2025. The respondent decided to give mark to all the candidates for these questions. Although in the tentative list, it was right.
You just continue.
Though in the submission of petitioner, there was so anomaly in the tentative answer for the majority of these questions. The petitioner contends that in this manner, the result of examination has been initiated. Can be a para 8 then. The petitioner agrees with the fact that the tribunal, let's say, was for stay. The relevant para would be 14 months. But we kindly have 14. At this stage, we do not deem it proper to hold a detailed investigation into the final answer key published by the respondent. Suffice it to say that the learned counsel for the petitioner has tried to be able to establish that there are certain discrepancies.
Please mute yourself.
Final answer key. But let me kindly have para 15 then. Keeping in view the submission of learned counsel for the petitioner that certain candidate may irreversibly change their position based on the result declared and will suffer irreparable damage in case some direction are to pass by the traveler hearing of the OA. And also the fact that OA itself is respect for final hearing on 22nd 4 to 2025. We modify the impugn order passed by the learned traveler to the limited extent that any appointment made pursuant to the result that was declared on 12/13 shall be subject to the outcome of OA filed by the petitioner. The Honorable High Court was under the impression.
So ठीक है. Now there are two things. One thing you will have to explain that how the final answer key has been published after the declaration. पहला तो ये issue. This is the general. Secondly, there are the second round is that some questions were correct.
Subhas Roy, mic off, please.
The tentative answer key. Now they are shown as wrong or the options A, B, C, D, F. There are some discrepancies. So that shows that there are proper procedure is not being followed between the tentative and the final. Hanji.
Test examination that was to be conducted on the same day that was rescheduled.
What is a desk exam?
Test is computer eligibility kind of aptitude part of
okay.
examination.
So उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
Correct. The effect was initially when exam was taken place on 18, nearly 73,000 students appeared.
Okay.
Now when it was rescheduled, nearly 23,000 students hasn't appeared in the anticipation that they will not meet the cutoff since the final this result was.
अब यहाँ पे रुकिए. Now the two issues which I have said are they are concerning preparation of the result. ठीक है. The issue raised by you is the suo motu decision taken by them to shift the date. That is the conduct of the examination. तो वो थोड़ा सा separate issue. Whether उसपे you go through the advertisement, उसमें जो dates दी होती है, they are all tentative to be changed at the will of the SSC. तो उसपे मत जाइए. First, let us go on the preparation of the result. Yes, what is your point?
Supreme Court has settled the law. If bonus marks were to be awarded, it is only for those candidates who have attended those questions. In all 19 questions, they have issued bonus marks to all questions. All candidates.
So this is the preparation of the result issues. हाँ, ठीक है, हाँ जी.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your policy on?
Yes, ma'am.
पहला क्वेश्चन ये है कि एक भी क्वेश्चन जो टेंटेटिव में सही था वो आपने फाइनल आंसर की में गलत कैसे बदला?
Yes, ma'am. There is a procedure, and my lord, this procedure which is settled by the commission.
नहीं, उससे भी पहले.
Yes, ma'am.
फाइनल आंसर की रिजल्ट के बाद कैसे
That
आई?
is correct, my lord. That is the correct and appropriate question, my lord. There is a precedent, and my lord, as per the advertisement and the scheme of the examination, there is a procedure, my lord, to prepare the result and to issue the keys of answer keys.
Tentative, final, and then result.
So, my lord, I am giving the details of the examination. What is the scheme of the examination? My lord, after advertisement, my lord, examination is conducted.
More than which page is this?
My lord, I am giving, my lord, because I have made my notes, my lord. I made my notes.
Kindly have para 13 of the advertisement.
My lord,
Advertisement किस page पे है?
my lord, I am giving
Para
the
13 of the
details.
advertisement is annexure A3 minutes. 476 to 516.
Second volume दीजिए.
I am referring to
OA
My lord, I
45.
have recorded in my counter.
supplementary number 1.
OA number 45 में है.
My lord, I have prepared my counter online files. I received it.
कोई बात.
Just look the advertisement.
My lord, kindly see
Para 13. Para 13.
brief facts, my lord. Brief facts, my lord. Brief facts.
Kindly have annexure A3 minutes.
And I am giving, my lord, brief facts of the case. Everything is set out in this, my lord.
चलो बोलिए.
Page number 2.
हम तो की कॉपी हम तो
ऑनलाइन फाइल कर दिया है, आपको रात दे दी है कॉपी.
राइट आई हैव सप्लाइड
ये लो भाई, एक तो आर्मी काउंसिल को दीजिए आप.
मतलब सारी चीजें इनके रात को ही होती है, 12 बजे रात.
कोई बात नहीं, रात गई तो बात गई, सुबह आए. देखिए,
Can you see brief fact of the case, sir? May I read?
ये
May I read, my lord?
पढ़िए कौन सा पैरा.
Brief fact, page number 2, that the petitioner are candidates of combined graduate level examination 2024, which is CGL 2024, the notice of which was published on website of Commission of 24th June 2024. The above said examination was conducted in two schedules, one tier 1 and tier 2. Now para 3, my lord.
Supplementary वाली.
Now para 3.
Supplementary वाली. Yes.
Para 3, my lord, that the petitioner appeared in the both stages of examination conducted by the respondent and person. The important dates which are regard to the tier 1 examination. Date of computer-based examination 9 September 24 to 26 September 2024. Date of publication of tentative exam answer key of 3rd October 2024. Last date of submission of objections challenges by the candidate on tentative answer key
Yes.
on 6th October 2024, 6 p.m. Finalization of answer and publication of result based on the final answer key 5th December 2012. Date of publication of raw score and normalized score of the candidate 6/12/2024. Date of publication of the final result. Now question came from the my lords. What is the
tier 1 year.
that is complete. What they are saying? Let me complete. That's why
हाँ.
my lord, I am coming. My lord has rightly pointed out what is the procedure to prepare the result.
Yes.
So my lord, the procedure of the prepared result is that after conduction of the examination, after few days, my lord, we will issue a tentative answer key. And after issuance of the tentative answer key, we will invite the objections from the candidates. What are your objections? After receiving the objections from the candidates, my lord, these objections were sent to the expert. These objections were sent to the expert.
Let's complete first.
सर पहले complete कर लें.
Let us hear one by one.
बड़ी इनकी वो है.
There will be cacophony.
Impatient. They are impatient. After receiving the objections, it will send to objections were sent to the expert of the subject, and they will decide the objections. And after deciding the objections, our final answer key will be issued. And there.
But before the publication of results,
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
This year 1 they finalize the answer key, then they
and he is talking about tier 1. Let him
My lord, let me complete, my lord. Let me complete.
There is no dispute regard to tier 1.
My lord, after receiving the objections, expert will analyze their objections, evaluate whether they are correct or not correct, and what is the correct answer. Result will be declared, my lord. After declaration of the result, everything will be declared, my lord. Everything will be declared. Inki raw marks, my lord. Raw marks also declared, and normalization formula is also applied, my lord. So now everything will be placed on the website of the commission. This is the procedure. Your objections were considered, and now this is the result. And this procedure, my lord, is prevalent last 15 to 20 years. And the same issue came up. The same issue came up before the Honorable Tribunal in Sushil Court, and the same issue came up before the Honorable Allahabad High Court. And the formula of the
But how come the tier 2 results were declared on the midnight of 12th of March?
Yes, my lord. Yes,
And final answer key published on 18th.
yes, my lord. Because my lord, taking the officer is here, my lord, the controller of examination.
Your Lordship, the applicants have successfully misled the and made it to believe that this is the procedure by selectively incorporating certain facts and omitting certain facts which they are aware of. Now, in tier 1, these are the successful candidates. Same procedure was followed. First result and then the answer. This procedure has been followed in the case of all computer-based examinations. And this is then the final result, which was declared on 12th midnight, whatever they say.
But
If they
wait a second. Now wait here. when you are saying that this is the procedure, the first result and then the answer key. This you have followed in tier 1, but your affidavit does not say so.
It does. It does. It does. We have also said that they have successfully visited the computer terminal into passing that order, the previous order.
And now come to your this para 13.3 of your scheme of examination. The tentative answer keys of the computer-based examination will be placed on the website after the examination. The candidates may go through the answer keys and submit online representations, if any. फिर उसके 100 रुपए भी देने हैं per question. Then the representation received through any other mode representation regarding the answer sheet will be scrutinized before finalizing the answer key, and decision of the commission will be finalized. So you finalize the answer key before the result.
We are finalizing the answer key before the result, ma'am, but we will declare the final answer key after publication. Because final answer key is not tentative answer key जब हम declare करते हैं, excuse me, tentative answer key जब हम declare करते हैं, when we publish, we invite objections. Then these objections are scrutinized and final answer key is prepared. Final answer key I prepare my result.
ये तो धीरे दलील पेश कर रहा है, तो लास्ट में बता दे शाम को कहीं होगा कोई एक लाइन में
बोल रहा है
क्या हुआ
declare the final answer.
शांत रह भाई, शांत रह भाई।
अबे भाई चुतिया मत करो यार, चुपचाप सब लोग सुनो, काहे बीच में बकर बकर कर रहे हो यार।
म्यूट करो। And in all examinations, ma'am, if you want, we can go to the website. This is the procedure we follow. We first declare the final result, and then after 3 days, minimum 3 days, we declare the marks module final.
Yes, you should add in the scheme. Your scheme कहाँ लिखा है?
Just one para.
Which para?
The result which was declared on 12th March, the final result. Of course, they are aware of it. That's why they are coming here. They did not. They must have read the result. Final.
In a similar matter,
This is the final para of the result. We have put it
High Court has ordered them to revise the result. That matter is pending before Supreme Court. They are making
That
the
revision of result is concerning
para
that.
13 of our counter affidavit. We have put it the last
नहीं,
para of
आप समझ लीजिए। एक पैरा 13.3 जो पढ़ते हैं हम स्कीम ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन का, वो ये व्यू देता है कि the representation on the tentative answer key will be finalized first. ठीक है, but it doesn't say that the result after finalization the result will be declared and after declaration of the result the final answer key will be declared. ये एक लाइन इसमें ऐड करो ना स्कीम में। ये जो स्कीम आप बता रहे हैं, ये जो प्रोसीजर आप बता रहे हैं, it is not a published procedure. It is not in the
process we have been following from.
but it is being questioned now.
Now we are
the advice of the.
You should make it clear na in the scheme.
What we are saying in the scheme of examination.
Although it doesn't make sense to a normal prudent person, you are the people who are dedicated to conducting of these examinations. Maybe you have a better knowledge of why you are doing this. But if you are finalizing the representation and this is the final answer, and based on the final answer, then if you are preparing the result, then you should first publish the final answer and then publish the result. But what you are doing in the representation, suppose the representation 10 questions are wrong, okay? In the representation, you are taking some decision on those 10 questions. Based on your decision on the 10 questions, you are adopting a normalization method, and based on that normalization method, then you are preparing the result. But when the final, you are declaring the result is coming before the final answer key, it's leading to confusion.
My one question to you, since we are benchmarking various organizations, tell me what is the practice followed by UPSC, your sister organization in DOPT, and the National Testing Authority.
Yes.
Recently, we all, we are appreciating our boys and girls who passed the IIT entrance exam, JEE. In this exam, did they publish the final answer key after the result? In UPSC, in the UPSC exam, did they publish the final answer key after the result? Why this innovative practice by Staff Selection Commission? What is a good practice by others?
This formula is followed by
UPSC also?
by banks.
No, forget the bank.
Why not by the banks?
UPSC publishes the final answer key after the result.
I think UPSC does not.
What about the National Testing Organization, NTO? It does PMT, pre-medical tests, JEE, and what do they do?
सेकंड के लिए है
If
GLAD का देख लो.
अरे बीच में मत बोलो मत बोलो
What about, you are all lawyers? What about CLAT, National Law Universities? What do they do? They are published for.
Yes.
Answer key comes out and then the result.
Why are you going anti-clockwise? All others are going clockwise. You are going anti-clockwise.
I'll explain that.
And it is your organization. No, I'm sorry to say, your organization as it is has a very low credibility in the public eye.
I would
So try to follow the good practices of others. Follow UPSC, follow National Testing Organization, follow IIMs, IITs, and the NLUs.
My respectful submission is that other authorities which is followed is not necessary we follow it.
Why not? We follow good practices.
This formula is like conducts an exam. We don't follow it.
Okay, tell me one thing. What is the advantage of publishing the final result and the answer to it? You explain. What is the administrative reasoning? What is the advantage of doing that? Except you are keeping things extra. Advantage क्या है
हमें
administration?
समझ ही नहीं आता.
I'll
आपका different view है.
just listen.
उल्लेख explain it.
Who is the control examination? You are the controller. Is the
Director and control. Here's the question that
you are the deputy.
I am director.
I'll just explain what is the advantage you get out of it.
The basic advantage is even court will say, दो दिन 4 दिन के बाद मैं रिजल्ट डिक्लेयर करूंगा, I will never be able to declare the result.
Why? बाकी लोग कर रहे हैं.
I will stay in my.
Absolutely.
Administratively, I will not be able to.
Now if the question paper from the tentative answer to like that one, the answer which you are saying is correct is actually wrong.
प्रिंट जो आया है सर वही मतलब
Then what?
First, what you said.
Will you be ready to recalculate the entire result?
That we will go into how the challenge process is managed. But first,
कोई नहीं दोबारा निकाल लेते हैं
Already initiated.
there was a process. There was
मेरी तरह से तो अच्छा नहीं निकला आपकी तरह से निकलेगा अच्छा निकलेगा ना
if I'm a candidate, I'm writing the exam. And got my result. I want to see my answers and I want to see my final. So this was the thinking, and we tried, but it could not succeed. The reason being.
Here comes the admission.
Please let me.
काम
Thanks a lot. We prepare the result, and the result is basically the merit list and the cutoff. And there's the result is ready by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That's the reason why we declare it at 12 o'clock. Once the result is ready, we do not want to hold it in for a moment. It has to be there on the website. Otherwise, there is suppose at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock is almost ready, and we decide to come the next day. You don't know what will happen during the night. So once the result is, we sit through the night and we declare the result. That is number one. Now we need explanation. The point is whether we can declare the final answer. Please, whether we can declare the final answer. Now, final answer key is for the information of the candidate. And if I have to give the information to the candidate, the information has to be complete and meaningful. If I just declare the final answer key, the candidate doesn't know how much marks he got. He will calculate based on the responses and say, okay, this may not, but the normalized scores are different. That's why I have to have the final answer key as well as the raw score based on the final answer key as well as the normalized score. So we prepare a marks module which has got the details of the examination, the category of the candidates, where it applied from, what marks, individual marks he got in each subject, and it's like a mark sheet of the candidate, and the total raw scores and the total normalized scores, the department allocated, everything is there. That is marks module that has to be prepared, and that preparation is based upon the result prepared. It takes a few days. There are two agencies involved. One is responsible for this, the other is responsible for making the final answer key, right, which says you have to inform me 48 hours in advance before we publish it. Now, suppose I calculate, okay, I'm going to publish this result on this date, and then it is not published. The agency will say, no, you have to inform me 48. That's why we found that it was not practical, and this is the practice that we always follow, that we declare the result as soon as it is complete, and the information of the candidates, which includes final answer key as well as the raw scores, as well as because that is the information which is complete and full.
But you would think the others are wrong. You are the only exception.
I do not
UPSC. No, you should know.
I don't think.
You talk to the control examination, UPSC.
Why not?
You talk to the control examination, IIMs.
Why not
Then
UPSC formula? Why not this
When the whole world is going clockwise,
My lord.
you are going anti-clockwise
My lord.
and showing us some differentiation, some innovation,
Yeah.
some higher value addition.
My
I see no value in this.
my lordship, my right to submission is that my lord is only sticking with the UPSC.
No, I'm talking of NTO. NTO. You are all lawyers. Go to the NCLAT.
My lord, this
National Common Admission
my
Test.
lord, this formula is used by the railway, largest recruiting agency, my lord, railway board. This formula is applied by the banks, my lord. And my lord, my one more and humble submission is that these are the applicant who has appeared in the tier 1 examination, and they have participated, and once they have successful, they have not raised any question of the formula adopted by the respondent.
Same
Now,
formula is
only
adopted
same-
for tier 1 and tier 2.
Yes, ma'am. Now my same process, same formula. Now my now my lord, this issue tested by the Honorable Supreme Court in C. Girija Vyas versus Union of India, in which Honorable Supreme Court categorically stated that once you have participated in the examination process and successful in one part of the examination and failed in the another part of the examination, you don't deserve to challenge the process of the examination.
Acha, ek minute.
On the
What
contrary.
they are saying is that this procedure was adopted by them
Tier one.
tier 1 also. So is that correct?
Tier 1 also.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Tier 1 did they publish the
result came
after the
before
result?
the final answer key
Did
for
they-
tier 1.
Tier 1 में क्या हुआ
What
था?
they are saying.
Tier 1 में जो फाइनल की था रिजल्ट का वो बाद में पब्लिश हुआ था आफ्टर द रिजल्ट.
Tier 1.
Same process.
टियर 1 का फाइनल आंसर ही कब आया था? रिजल्ट के बाद आया था.
And के बाद इधर
इनके काउंटर सेलेक्ट और
it's I am reading my note under para 3. Para 3.
वो आपने चैलेंज नहीं किया.
Because they are successful, my lord.
No.
They have failed.
The law is well
The
set.
law is well set.
Not that I am not that-
पहले हम ये तो पूछ रहे हैं आपसे, ये आप ये फैक्ट है कि नहीं जो बता रहे हैं कि टियर 1 में जो फाइनल आंसर की है वो फाइनल रिजल्ट के बाद पब्लिश हुआ था. ये फैक्ट है कि नहीं? हाँ?
Tier 1.
Yes.
आपने बता दीजिए.
finalization of answer key and publication of result based on is 5th of December 2024. And publication of final answer key is 19 December. 5th को result आ गया.
Just a moment. Result 16/12 में final
और raw
answer
scores
16/12.
रिजल्ट आपका 5 दिसंबर को आया था
5 दिसंबर को result आ गया.
और आंसर की 19 को आई है. जैसे ये बता रहे हैं ना कि टियर में
एक बात
12
बताएं
मार्च
सर,
को
एक
और 18
मिनट.
मार्च को.
जो रिजल्ट आया 5 दिसंबर को और उसके बाद पब्लिकेशन ऑफ रॉ स्कोर्स एंड नॉर्मलाइज्ड स्कोर्स 16 दिसंबर.
हाँ.
That is the same thing as the
Same.
final result of the. It's a breakup of the final result.
Yes, एक सेकंड. फाइनल रिजल्ट में मैम हम मार्क्स नहीं बोलते हैं. फाइनल रिजल्ट में हम सिर्फ टायर 1 में कट ऑफ बोलते हैं, नाम रोल नंबर आ जाता है.
Okay.
मार्क्स के लिए मार्क्स मॉड्यूल हम रिलीज करते हैं.
So unsuccessful.
So far, tier 1 is concerned, my lord. We have got no issues. So far, the argument. No. If you are not familiar with Supreme Court judgment, my lord, I must tell that. It doesn't mean, my lord, that if I have participated in the exam, then I cannot challenge the exam.
No.
The law is.
What they are
the
saying
law is
is not
I can
what
challenge-
they are saying. What they are saying that this is their procedure.
Correct.
We had issued notices and had called the officers because we couldn't understand that what is the procedure.
My lord.
And now they have come to say that this is the procedure which they have followed in the same exam for tier 1 and for tier 2.
So, my lord,
So you as candidate were fully aware that after the tentative answer key, the result will come and thereafter the
This is against the advertisement.
the
submitting-
final answer key will come.
If this is their contention, that they give me not with the answer key only after the final result, my lord, then this is contrary to their own advertisement.
Advertisement doesn't say that.
No,
Advertisement only states,
Not by kindly see page
No, no, no.
item 45, page
Yes.
433.
I am reading that only.
Not by kindly
The advertisement says
page
that they will finalize it. It doesn't say when they will publish it.
No, I kindly see page 433. 433, not of item 45, second volume.
You want, what is that, the scheme?
scheme of exam.
पैरा नंबर बता दे
Page 433,
पैरा नंबर
13. Para 13 is the scheme
हाँ
of exam.
हाँ 13 yes
The computer-based examination will be conducted in 2 tiers as indicated below. 13.1.1 tier 1, 13.1.2 tier 2. I have got no issues with tier 1, but tier 2 I have issues. Sir, once again, sir, please be.
don't let's just
Obvious
control
to my voice concern. If you do not know the law, this is not my problem. I
नहीं
can
नहीं
tell
चलिए
the
ठीक है
court
please
this is
proceed yes 13.3 yes
13.2 says marks scored by candidates in computer-based examination if conducted in multiple shifts will be normalized by using the formula published so and so. But I have got that from record. I have got no issues with that. It is a settled law. Normalization takes place. But my submission is normalization will not be in any case. It could not have been more than 5 marks. It is 20 to 60 marks. But it is impossible. How it became possible? How it became possible? I'm just adding what. How undeserving candidate. And 13.3 says, and they say do it only after the final result. Tentative answer keys of the website of the commission after the examination. Candidates
म्यूट कर दो बंद करो hearing one case now
अभी वो उस टाइम डेपुटेशन था अब यहाँ आ गए
on the website of the commission
candidates may go through the answer key and submit documentation if any within student time on payment of so and so questions which is not refundable. Representation to any other mode that is later so and so will not be entertained. Representation regarding the answer key will be applied before finalizing the answer keys and the decision of commission in this regard will be final. Fair enough? Fair enough, Lord? So after this 20th January exam, Lord, by 21st they give the tentative answer key. After final result they are giving it. They give the tentative answer key, Lord. After this, Lord, by 13.3 as per 13.3, they gave the Lord by tentative answer key. If office can look at it.
So in the tier 2 examination, the exam results came on 12th March. The final answer key was published on 21st March. 18th March.
18th March.
Final was 18.
18 के 21 ये बताइए ना
Final answer key on the
अभी अलग हो गया निकालने टाइम
तो ठीक है
लेकिन ये कॉपी तो आपको
exam
ये
results were declared on 5th December and the answer key was published on 19th December. Let us be correct on the facts first. The tier 1 exam, which you are not protesting, challenging, examination results were published on 5th December and the answer key was published on 19th December. And then the tier 2, again they follow the same procedure. Examination results were declared on 12th March and the answer key was published on 21st March.
They want me to travel back. I've got no issues. So they say, my Lord, that this
Not travel back. They are now making an assertion that this is the practice they have been following all through. Last year also you followed the same. Before that also. It is your SOP, standard operating procedure, which they are saying is done by railways, by banks, but not by UPSC, not by IITs, not by IIMs, not by NLUs.
Sir, UPSC is not followed by the IIT. UPSC is not followed by NTA.
Objective examination.
UPSC
The law and
no, my lord, IIT advanced जो है तो IIT advanced subject है सर.
Objectives will have the same commonality, Lord.
And my lord, my respectful submission, one more submission.
But ये आप लोग हर साल ये फॉलो कर रहे हैं तो ये कभी चैलेंज नहीं हुआ पहले मेरी बात सुनिए अभी चैलेंज ये हो रहा है क्योंकि जो यहाँ के वकील है वो कह रहे हैं कि जो नॉर्मलाइजेशन हुआ है वो 5 नहीं हुआ है बहुत हाई मार्क्स का हो गया है अनडिजर्विंग बच्चे जो है वो आ गए हैं
Yes, my lord, on this.
This is the needless suspicion has been pointing to that.
My lord, may I ask?
Isn't it? That is your needless suspicion.
My lord, may I ask?
If I can cross that. It will not be assuming for a moment.
Sir, may I
They say that they have followed this. They have followed their advertisement for tier 1 also. It says 13.3 that the tentative answer key of the computer-based examination will commission, and thereafter people have to give their objections. If you have given the final result, then after that it says that they will publish the modified answer key.
So if from December will not be subject to correction as they say will not be the result of the tier 1 came.
आपको ही लगती होती है लेकिन इसमें भरता क्या है वो
19 they have published the answer key.
कि ये रहता है ना ये आपके पास में प्रूफ है कि मैंने ये भेजा है
Where is the tentative answer key will not be for
Yes,
where is that?
Yes, my lord.
If assuming for a moment
Tentative is of 3rd of October. 3rd of October 24 tentative answer key has been published.
सुनना तो सही है कि मैं समझ में तो कैसे ये नहीं हो जाए
May I explain why?
5 मिनट सुन लीजिए
Candidates are only concerned about whether they clear the cutoff marks or not. As long as I know I clear the cutoff, I am not bothered with the results. But as far as the tier 2 is concerned, it dictates where my job is, what department I will job. Of course, tier 2 I am not bothered, your lordships. Tier 1 is the preliminary qualifying examination.
Oh,
The typing this is qualifying examination. Why
your concern in the tier 2 doesn't mean that the procedure which they have adopted for tier 1 is good and the same procedure for tier 2 becomes bad because you are more concerned with tier 2.
Besides the procedure, issue of bonus marks.
वो एक separate issue है. अभी we are on the dates. We are on
देना है
the
नहीं
dates.
देना है मैं पूछता हूँ
I will keep not
All the results are subject to outcome.
Hello. There are two issues. One may not make just for a moment this tentative answer key then not
हम
modified.
dates छोड़ देते हैं.
So the leave it problem. No issue, no issue. Then comes this issue of normalization. When this issue of normalization came, we found out from the final result that it goes into not a 60 marks, which is an impossibility. We made a repetition. Thereafter, this final answer key came, and we found that on 18th and 20th January 25 the exam were there. There were 9 and 10 questions, total 19 questions. They said that bonus mark to give it to each and every. When we looked into it, we pointed it out. Normalization is A of it. B is why this normalization. Normalization which would have been allowed by 5 marks is understandable, it can't be 60 marks. When you look into it, we find out that out of the questions, 19 questions, that they have said that look, these questions there are certain errors. We'll give bonus to everybody. There they are wrong. And I showed it from facts.
So they should give those bonus marks only to those who have attempted those questions.
No, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Lord, I attempted, my answer is right, Lord, as per the tentative answer. They say, no, this is the wrong answer. So we are giving it to everybody. So as a result, what happened? I lost, 3 marks was given to me. And 1 mark.
So you lost the advantage. Although you retained those 3 marks.
That is the reason I am saying, Lord. If you lost this, look into those questions which we have given, in a very objective manner. There is no subjectivity attached to it.
The mode and the method of the normalization, which is to be done.
Normalization comes later on.
The Supreme Court
It has been challenged in number of cases.
Normalization comes later on. You change the goalpost. Now they say after changing the goalpost, we'll normalize it. Obviously, this is the result. So my question is, my lord, if I have attempted a question properly, if the answer is as per the Government of India website, now you say no, we are giving bonus to everybody. So as a result, I lose close to 40 marks. So I will get the proper post, I am not getting it. So if your losses may ultimately market, then this result is required to be reworked. Why we submitted before the High Court, we said the situation has arisen. That yes, the persons who are here before your lordships, they are working somewhere else. The persons who are going to come and join here, High Court says subject to outcome fair enough. High Court was conscious of the fact, that ultimately what happens that A will resign some job. He will come here, he will join, which is subject to outcome of this. And if assuming for a moment, tomorrow comes and he lordships scrap the exam, he loses that job and this job also. So to avoid this situation, since your losses were seized with the matter, hearing it finally today, that is the reason, High Court said that yes, we are making it this under the impression that you are going to resign it finally today itself. They could have filed it
now
with a response.
on the issue of the dates, so we are clear now. What is the next issue?
You also hand over 2 judgments here, or
Yes.
2 copies of judgment. This is the Honorable Supreme Court of India judgment in Guru Nanak Dev University. Lordships, we come to para 11 and paragraph 12 here, lordships. This whole issue of bonus marks being awarded to every candidate, irrespective of who has attended as a procedural election. Let us assume I've gone to the paper, I've slept through the entire paper. I would have still gotten 40 marks because they're given bonus marks to every person you got. Now, as far as paragraph 11 is concerned, paragraph 11 reads, what is paramount is the interest of the student community, merit should not be captured. Then, your lordships, more importantly, paragraph 12. There is yet another problem, namely, there are 7 questions which are so vague that they're incapable of having a correct answer. The appellate university, in respect of those 7 questions, has given the credit to all the students who had participated in the entrance test, irrespective of whether someone had answered the questions or not. We do not think that is the proper course to follow.
So they say they only give credit to those who have attempted those wrong
Yes, Your
questions.
Lordship. The answer, final answer key specifically says
So
for all
yes,
candidates
Abhi, this is Guru Nanak Dev University 2005 judgment. So what is your counter judgment to this?
Given copy to Mr. Ganendra Singh also.
My Lord, I am supplying a copy of the judgment in which the Honorable Supreme Court, my Lord, as well as this court has
This is
considered.
the 3 judges.
My Lord, yes, 3 judges. I am giving 3 judges judgment, my Lord. The question of law before me, my Lord, was that if a candidate who has participated in the first part of the examination and successful in first part of the examination, can he challenge the second part of the examination? So my Lord has given that the applicant
Again on tier 1 and tier 2.
no, my Lord, the
On bonus, Guru
applicant.
Nanak has said.
May I make a request, Lord?
Now, my Lord, one more
May I,
submission.
since my friend has given the counter, my Lord, may I have it tomorrow, we'll argue it
My
finally.
Lord, one
We'll
more
argue it
submission.
finally, no issues.
My Lord.
I will give the judgment of the Supreme Court which says
My
that
Lord,
I
see-
cannot challenge the scheme.
My Lord, my
But it does not mean, my
one
Lord,
more
that I
submission.
can.
Because more than 18,174 candidates are selected. They are
Also
not
more
part of the
inclusive of
process, my Lord.
process.
18,000 have been selected.
18,174 are selected.
But they have been duly taken care of by the High Court when they
They are
325, he has not been
They are
selected.
not-
A person who has scored
299 is selected. Madam, they are not part of the law. Because any adverse order is placed there. So my Lord, they are.
चले ठीक है. So now that you want to study the counter affidavit,
My Lord, what I am submitting is,
My Lord,
I am pressing for the state, my Lord, if you notice, my Lord, may intend to क्या हुआ?
ये आपने एक कॉपी में दी।
Guru Nanak, Your Lordship, in terms of Guru Nanak, process refers to the state, Your Lordship.
ये वाली है।
Your Lordship, can you have the paragraph, can you-
कोई बात नहीं. चलिए, counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent, staff selection commission is has submits that the counter affidavit has been prepared by them and he shall be filing the same today
Yes, ma'am.
during the course of the day. The officers from the staff selection commission are also present in court, namely so and so. The counsel for the respondents at the outset very candidly stated that the admitted that the final answer key in the tier 2 examination was published on 18th of March 25, whereas the final result of the tier 2 examination was published on 12th of March 25. Going through the on reading the counter affidavit, a brief patch of the counter affidavit, the counsel and the officers explained that this is the very procedure which is being followed by them both in the tier 1 and the tier 2 examination. He submitted that in the tier 1 examination also the tentative answer key was published in October 24 and the
Final examination was published on 5th December
results were declared, tier 1 results were declared on 5th of December 24
and the answer key was
and the final answer key was published on 19th of December 24. He therefore submits that the applicants have no ground to challenge this procedure at this stage, having participated in tier 1 and being declared successful in the same. Full stop. On the other hand, counsel appearing on behalf of the applicants, seeks some time to study the counter affidavit. On the issue of the procedure as explained by the officers and the counsel for the respondent and on merits, he submits that the procedure which is adopted by the respondents is not in consonance with the scheme of examination, especially para 13.3 of the of the advertisement. Further, they rely on the the applicants raise the issue of the normalization of the marks. It is relying on
bonus.
and grant of bonus marks. They rely on the decision of the Honorable Apex Court of the 3 judges' decision in the Honorable Apex Court in Guru Nanak Dev University versus Saumil Garg, 2005, volume 13, SSC 749, to say that the Honorable Apex Court has frowned upon such a procedure wherein in case the representations by the candidates are accepted concerning with respect to questions which are wrong, then marks are granted to marks/bonus marks are given to all those candidates, even if they have not even attempted the said wrong questions. The council submits that in such a situation, only those candidates who have attempted the wrong questions should have been given the benefit of the marks.
There is one more.
We are also challenging the
3 questions.
whether those
Answers has been changed
questions
into final.
we say the change.
What do you mean by change in the answers?
They are saying initially in the tentative answer key, which was given on 21st of January 25. That's a perfect answer key, Lord. And that follows Lord, the different books of NCRT as well as publication of government of India.
So from
And
the
they-
reports.
that is we have period in our petition in all the petitions. There is no response to it. That is the reason I am looking into it.
Extra ground है अभी जितना
Normalization comes later on.
हाँ.
I said because you changed the goalpost. So normalization becomes
So
easier for you.
what is the change? You mean to say एक question
I said-
एक minute, let me explain. एक question है उसके 4 answers है A, B, C, D. In the tentative they said answer A is correct.
Yes, that is-
But in the final they have said answer B is correct.
Yes.
But that means that out of lakhs of students, someone would have said in their representation, no, answer A is wrong and answer B. So they have accepted the representation.
Okay, you give me a record of how many representations you received, that they refuse to give us.
That is important.
Party application has been disposed.
That is important because as per this which I read, they said they follow something, but that is not in accordance with their procedure for the exam. They said that give the final master answer key only after the result. The scheme does not say so. It says it has to be earlier and only thereafter the result will be final and then they will give the final result. A of it, B of it. I said you gave the answer key 10 and 19 questions, the 9 questions of the 2 dates. You say that there are vague things, these questions are vague, and so ultimately we are giving bonus pass to everybody. So as a result, we support 30-40 marks, we support.
So ठीक है ना? Now today,
Does not
now
stop
you
there.
want to
Does-
study the
does not-
counter affidavit
no,
and
does not stop there. There is no response. We have given specific instances that why these questions, the master key, the tentative answer key was correct, and why you are wrong.
there is a shortcorning in the counter
Then
affidavit that you will
other
take
query which my friend is saying. He said that after tentative answer key, as per the scheme of the things, we have to give objection. And thereafter, they will decide about the final answer key that this is the correct answer. So he says that he filed an RTI application. He asked that how many representation you received after tentative answer key as per your scheme. That look, these are the errors and why you corrected it.
So for
There is no
not
response to
giving
it.
the response under RTI, the tribunal is not.
No, what I am submitting is that you ultimately publish the master answer key only after taking objections from persons.
Sorry.
We wanted
These are
to.
not- Time is granted to the applicants to go through.
You accommodate somebody without you.
Abhi, this is not, we are, not, this is only a tentative.
You wanted interested party. You wanted to accommodate somebody, and that is the reason, my lord, after publication of the result, you change the.
Now you want to take time for final argument or you want to argue today only?
Keep it tomorrow, my lord. We'll argue it finally. Where is the question of my lord? Ultimately, my lord.
Nee, you want to file any rejoinder, I can give you a week's time. Because in any case, interim protection is already there. हाँ? Interim protection जिसमें notice नहीं हुआ वो इसमें notice कर देते हैं and in terms of the honorable high court order the results are subject to the
Just a request actually, we are also.
My lord, may I submit
And we have notified.
So you please decide whether you want a week's time for rejoinder, 10 days time for rejoinder, or because you may obviously but you will go to High Court, better you file a rejoinder.
I will be doing that.
I don't want to rush any of you. I want to give you adequate time. So better, because I know this will go to High Court, Supreme Court. So, complete everything.
Every year, my lord, the matter is traveling to Supreme Court. Every year, this is not the 20
No,
before Supreme
if it is up to them, na, they to take that decision whether they, if whatever procedure, they should clarify it, na. In your paragraph 13. If you do it next time, ये वाली litigation खत्म हो जाएगी. What is the fun of appearing in the court?
My lord, may I submit?
You are wasting your time. Yeah, हमारा भी time लगा.
My lord, may I submit one thing? On 26 April 2024, a Rozgar Mela is held by the Commission. The appointment letter were issued by the Prime Minister of India. So, my lord,
ultimately, he is dropping the name of the Prime Minister of the country. Just because Rozgar Mela is
my lord, my respectful submission is that.
So, my lord, all illegalities should be brought before the law.
My respectful submission is that. My lord, the applicant has failed to show any violation in the scheme of the examination.
अरे भाई, Mr. Gyananand, that is for final argument ना. अभी तो आज की procedure वो record किया मेरे proceeding. ये सब बातें कुछ सारी पता है थोड़ी.
And CGL has my judgment may also be taken into consideration.
Lordship, yes, fine. Application for intervention has been filed. That may be allowed. Filing number 4001.
Okay. Then इसमें साथ में जो हाई कोर्ट का ऑर्डर था ना, I'll give you हाई कोर्ट.
का ये ऑर्डर है.
हाँ, ये हाई कोर्ट. नहीं
यूनिवर्सिटी का नहीं.
जो नहीं जो हमारी इसमें गया है ये वाला. This is the high court order. High court has given the stay. ये सब में कर दीजिए. ठीक है. इसका रेफरेंस देते हुए and जिसमें फ्रेश हुए में नोटिस नहीं है, नोटिस सबको and सिर्फ जो अभिनंदन है ये first 1102 पे 10 days time for rejoinder. Weeks time is granted for rejoinder. List for hearing on. बताइए कब करना.
इसके रोजगार मेला के लिए हमारे कह रहे हैं कि वो दिक्कत खड़ी हो रही है, लेकिन अब प्राइम मिनिस्टर नौकरी बांट रहे हैं, तो ये करने के सब्जेक्ट टू आउटकम ऑफ ओए बोलने में सबको दिक्कत खड़ी होगी, जो हाई कोर्ट ने कहा है. And ultimately Bengal is staring us on our face.
No, we are.
Bengal is there, my lord. If they want to, my lord, may do all these kind of things, my lord, no issues. Ultimately, Bengal, what happened in Bengal? What, my lord, whether the equity will not flow from Supreme Court, it doesn't happen. Supreme Court says, go everybody. Now the Prime Minister and Chief Minister can say anything, my lord, but this is what is happening.
We are not over here to comment on all that. We are High Court has said that subject to the outcome, we are following that. Every way we are making it.
My lord, whenever convenient to them, my lord, we are ready.
Have we done 5th of May, my lord, make it possible, my lord.
5th of May कर देते.
2 o'clock will be easier, my lord, maybe.
हाँ. 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Unlisted intervention application. Filing number 4001 that will be allowed.
For that problem is that if it's under objection, then problems are.
Intervention. We clear the defects.
Intervention in which case?
In item number 45.
You want to intervene as applicant?
Yes, Lord.
We have it on 29th April.
Some additional grounds are being raised.
Additional grounds, nothing separate.
Identical facts, same examination, same tier 2, same challenge.
ये तो बता रहे हैं नॉर्मलाइजेशन को भी डालना
चलिए ये सब आप इंटरवेंशन भी
Filing number 4 within 1 day.
Have it on 2nd of May, 2nd of
second is what date?
Friday.
Friday नहीं possible नहीं. Friday we don't sit after lunch.
कर दीजिए जी, बिल्कुल कर दीजिए. उसमें शूटिंग लगी.
हाँ 5th they are okay with.
Intervention application will be allowed. You have to clearing defects in 1 day.
माइनर इंटरवेंशन एप्लीकेशन हमें मिली नहीं है, तो हम क्या हमको
All the sign here today.
Without supplying us the copy of
Absolutely.
and now again they raising objection of this.
Intervention application may be taken up that day.
They are all the same candidate. Yeah.
Hand over copy.
ये कह रहे हैं हर साल ऐसा होता है. हर साल आप ये फॉलो करते हैं प्रोसीजर, this is your SOP. Every year they go to Supreme Court. Every year he's saying they go to Supreme Court.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट गया सेम इशू मतलब संजय बोर्ड फाइल ऑर्डर आया कोर्ट का ऑर्डर आया
This shows मैंने कह रहा है कि NCERT किताबों में आपको जो फर्स्ट इंटरव्यू लिस्ट था आंसर की थी उसके आंसर सही थे, बाद में आपने सब चेंज कर दिया। तो क्वेश्चंस आपके कैसे हैं? Should be objective type questions, factual questions. Why should you answer? आपने 60 नंबर का वो खेला हो गया ना, इतने 19 क्वेश्चंस गलत हो गए। ये कैसे? This shows this reflects on only on the examination process. कल आप बताएंगे सिविल सर्विस एग्जामिनेशन में या एनक्लैट में आपने 19 क्वेश्चन गलत कर दिए।
One advice थोड़ा जो 19 क्वेश्चंस का एक चार्ट बना लीजिए, क्वेश्चन एंड फाइनल।
Everything is already one last submission. One last submission. They have not answered. I have seen the comparative. They have not answered. Will not make a merit for normalization that we have said. And tomorrow will not be on fit with arguing losses. They should not say.
So we will as per our expertise.
I will not bring those 19 questions. I will give the list. Sir.
कोई आएगा
सामने टिक कर रखिए।